Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, respected elders and everybody watching this online. Subhanallah, today I have another story to share with you. But by the way, welcome to our third episode of Enjoy Your Life. Today's story that I want to share with you is about a beautiful woman in Makkatul Mukarramah. This woman, she was so beautiful that she stood in front of a mirror one day and she was asking her husband, is there anyone that will see my beauty and he will not be enticed by it? And the husband said, yes, there is a person. And she said, who is it? And the husband said, is Ubayd bin Umair. Yes, I repeat the name, Ubayd bin Umair. And she said, will you allow me? She's asking her husband, will you allow me to go and talk to him and show him my beauty or try to seduce him? And the husband said, yes, go ahead. Now the husband said, go ahead, because he's sure, he knows who is Ubayd bin Umair. All right, and so the woman left and she went around Masjid al-Haram. When she was passing by Masjid al-Haram towards the corner area of Masjid al-Haram, she saw Ubayd bin Umair there, and then she said to him, I have a question to ask you. And then when Ubayd turned and looked at her, she unveiled her face. Because those women, those days, they're always covering the face like a niqab or burqa. So she unveiled her face, shining like a moon. And then Ubayd asked her, what do you want? Ask your question. She said that, I want you to satisfy my desires. I'm in love with you. So Ubayd said that, okay, I will ask you some question, and if you answer this, I will fulfill your desires. And she said, go ahead. And he said, you have to answer the questions very truthfully. The question number one that he asked her, he asked her the first question, he said, if the angel of death is upon you and he is about to take your soul, would you allow me to fulfill your request or to fulfill your desire? She said, by Allah, I will never. And remember, that desire she's talking about is in the haram relationship. She is not his wife. Okay, so she said, by Allah, she will not. And he said, you've spoken the truth. And he said, the second question, what if at the moment you have been lowered into your grave, okay, you have been lowered into your grave and the two angels are asking you the question, and at that moment, would you like me to fulfill your desire? And she said, by Allah, that will never happen. And he said, you've spoken the truth. And then the next one, he said to her, what if you are about to cross the Sirat, the bridge, and then at that moment I asked you, will you allow me to fulfill your request or to fulfill your desires? Would you allow it at that moment? She said, by Allah, it will never happen. And he said, what if you're standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the scales are being placed there, and then to weigh your deeds, and then you ask me to fulfill your desires? Would you allow me to fulfill that? She said, by Allah, I will not do that. And so he told her, fear Allah. You should fear Allah, O slave of Allah. You should fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and be grateful for the blessings and the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon you. Like what Allah said in the Quran, لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. If you are grateful, I will increase you in my favors. وَلَإِن كَفَرْتُمْ إِنَّ عَذَابِي لَشَدِيدٌ. And if you are ungrateful upon the favors of Allah, He will definitely, and His punishment is severe. Now you ask yourself, my brothers and my sisters in Islam, what are those things that Allah has given you out of His bounty? Are you grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or you are not? Until the next episode, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullahu khairan.